In this video, I want to take a look at ASP.NET Masterpages. And Masterpages are a way to create a template file, and then within that template file, have the content of each page change. So the first thing I'd like to do is figure out what I want my page to look like. And I've come up with this basic template. I'll have a header. The menu will be underneath there. It'll be a horizontal menu. This body content will change with each page, and then there will be a footer. So the only thing that will be updating as I cross from page to page will be this body. It will be the dynamic content. Everything else will remain the same. So the first thing that I chose to do was take this wireframe and mock it up in HTML to see what it might look like. And this is what I come up with. Again, here's my header, and I put a logo in, my menu, my content, and the footer. So I was pretty happy with this. The customer was happy with this. We're going to move on now and get this into ASP and get our template going. So the first thing I want to do, this is my work from before, and I have double checked it. Everything's working fine. I'm going to create new pages, but I want to use most of this content, so I'm just going to rename these for now. And the first thing I want to do is actually create that master page. And you can give it any name you would like, but it has to end with .master. I'm going to call mine states because that's what this website is about. And when I create my master page, notice that I've got a couple of different placeholders. I have one placeholder in the head, and I have one placeholder in the down here in the body within the div. And wherever these placeholders will be is where the dynamic content will go. And I'll show you how that works here in just a second. So since I've already got most of this mocked up in HTML, there will just be a lot of copy and paste. So I want to get between the form and the placeholder. And I'll put in my container div. And this is going to hold everything. And then inside of there, I'll have my header. This is the text in the header. And then I'll also have my logo. Right underneath the header, I'm going to have my menu. And I'm just using a simple list menu. Main is where I would like my dynamic content to go. So that's where I will leave this placeholder. And then finally, I need to close up the main div and create my footer div. Okay, so when I look at it, I am opening and closing the container. I have a header. I have the right side header that's got the logo in it, the menu control, main, and this is where the dynamic content will go, and then a footer. And when I look at this, it looks kind of like that. The other thing that I'll want to do is create the link to my style sheet. And then make sure that my style sheet information is in there. I'll save this up. Now when I look at my master page, I can see I'm still not getting my style sheet. The name is different. Okay, starts to look better. This is missing the logo, so I need to put that in. And I can just copy it. And I'll paste it into CSS. And there's my logo. Now I can't view this in the browser yet because this is just a template. It's not the actual ASPX file that will execute. So the next thing I need to do is create my default page. Only this time when I create it, I need to choose a master page. So default.aspx, Visual Basic, a web form, place code in a separate file. Now I want to select a master page. And when I do that, it's my page, it's my master page that I can select. And now the ASPX page is really stripped down. It's just these two pieces of content. This is the one that runs in the head. So I would put the title up here. And then inside of here is the content that will appear in the body or inside of that main div. And I'm just going to put a map in there. So I need to create that infrastructure. So I need to create a folder. Images. And then I'm going to just grab the map and put it in there. Okay, so now when I'm viewing the page, I can see it's pulled in the master page. And in the master page, where we had content placeholder 1 inside of default, content placeholder 1 here, that's in the body, that's in that main div. So that's going to be the piece that changes. I'm also changing what's in my head. Have a dynamic piece up here. This needs to go inside the title tag. Now let me see what I've got when I view it in the browser. Excellent. So the next thing I would want to do is this view all states. So remember I've X'd these out and it's because I need to choose that template file, that master page. So I'm just going to go back and re-add them. Select a master page. I can just copy and paste my content from here. So everything inside of the div here, I'm just going to grab. And place it in here. Now if I choose View All States, I can see my template file is working fine, but the content has changed. The dynamic content is changing. And I can go back home. So this is working great. I'll go ahead and do one for the state details now. So again, I've just created the new page. I chose the master page, and now you can see the master page file shows up here. So I know what master page, this state details.aspx knows what master page file to load. And then I've just copied the contents in, saved it all up. And now let's see what happens in my browser. again, these are the dynamic content is loading inside of the template file.